Welcome back to Weaponizing Campfires. My name is Chris for Comfy Chair Gaming. A couple weeks ago, or maybe even last week, I had a subscriber reach out to me and say, "Hey, Chris, why don't you try to have like bars or something over your campfire so they're a little more protected, and all they do is just sit on fire." I was like, great idea. Easier done than said, right? So I started messing with it a little bit. I got 3 campfires right here. It doesn't really work the way I was hoping it to. Without this block right here on the top, they don't stick there, they don't stay across. I'll show you what that looks like after I'm done demonstrating that this doesn't work either. So when I come up over here, turn these on, I can stand up here all I want. I'll even turn off God mode. Nothing. Doesn't work. So I was like, okay, there's got to be a different way, a better way for me to do this. And this is what happens. So if you don't have the set on there, or if you're just take it, put it like a throw, that'll work too. But you have to have a bar above it, otherwise, or something above it, or not above it. You have to have something right there, otherwise it won't just stick there for whatever reason. So I figured, okay, that didn't work. It was too much distance away from the fire. That's probably all it was. So I figured, why not one of these guys? See if this will work. In my head, I was thinking, this doesn't take as much room up as the bars do, so if you're standing on top of that, that's gotta work. This one I found was kind of hit or miss. It might or might not work. In the video that I had, I don't remember if it worked or not. But if I'll be over here, just kind of on here, it's the same principle. I'll even stand between the blocks. Yeah, I'm just gonna nothing. So if I come down here, sometimes it works if you just fall down off to the side and get into the. There you go. If I get into the burn box or the area that the box is at, that's great. And then I was thinking, what is it that we have in our disposal, if we can find this schematic for it, or if we can unlock it, that will keep things in place, stop them from moving, and it doesn't have to necessarily be on a block. And then I thought, why not electricity? So the fence posts. I was like, this kind of makes sense. But I didn't know that you could do this with it. And I have not a series, but I have a game that I'm playing offline, not putting on YouTube, where all I'm allowed to use is stun batons, and anything that I have to use a wire cutter is the only thing I'm allowed to use for like base defense or anything else. But that's a different story for a different day. And I was like, wow, I wonder if I could do this. So I put these sideways, have it recessed in here. Boop, that it runs down yonder way. I got 2 in here. I got the engines, the generator bank, and I have the batteries in the battery bank. The battery bank is for the 2 that are right here. And these one is for the 3 or 4 if you count this one up here. That's down here. So the thought behind this was, this lights them up. Well, they'll come up here. I'm a deadhead. And then they get to right here and they get zapped. Zapped? Zapped? Shocked? Whatever. When they're shocked, they're standing here, and they don't even have to be like down in the fire for this to work for whatever reason. Not really sure why this works this way, and not with the little bars that I had off to the right. But like, as they're being shocked, they're either going to fall down here because they're being pushed from the other ones behind them, or they're just going to fall down because they stepped too far forward, and that was, the end of it. They can go around these, which gives them, which is part of the reason why their pathing is not messed up. Because if they can go around this, they have this little bit they can walk right here, but most of the time they're going to get around this and then go back to center and try to get to me that way. So they're going to end up hitting that either way. The 2 things for sure that I know I have an issue with are cops, because with that playthrough that I have that I was describing, again, I can't use anything except for stuff that I use wire cutters for, like dart traps and things. The problem that I had was with cops. Like, regardless of what I had. So if I had a dart trap set up like right here, like say this is a dart trap right here, but then the cop ends up being right here, I'm shooting, but I'm not hitting him. The issue that you have is the cop will just explode. He won't just die. He'll just blow up. That's a problem. Yeah, that's an issue. The other issue I had was demolishers. Not because of the no-no button, but because if they don't get stun locked or anything, and again, this is all cobblestone, so take that as you were. They take 1 hit and everything basically just goes to crap really fast. So that was not good. Okay, enough yakking out of me. We're going to see if we can hook this up and have a horde come through. So let me do some other fixing stuff. One of the issues that I do have though is like, even if I have like all the power and stuff going to a fence post, sometimes they'll get to like this one right here, and it'll just like start shorting out or whatever, and it's doesn't matter if I take that out and then replace it with another one, or take that block out, replace it with another one, and then another fence post. For whatever reason, it just doesn't work. I don't know if it's a glitch or if it's something else. If it does it during this demonstration, I'll point it out to you. But let me make sure everything's all fixed up, and then we will get on with this Horde Night. Alright, it has begun. I'm really hoping that this demonstration doesn't go stupid like I think it's going to. Or hope it does not anyway. Cool part about this is, when they're stun locked, if it works, sit here. Oh, got in the leg. So another issue that you can see is they will just run over the tops of the other ones. The good thing about that is you have the two that are right down here that are also going to be doing their job. And unlike the playthrough that I had, you guys can probably use guns and stuff in your playthroughs. Good. The best part about this though, even though they're right here, they're not really attacking much. When they do, it's because they're in the back row and they just get kind of... They don't get shocked because they're too far away. If you build this correctly, you might be able to reach your outer ones and get them fixed before they're broken. Like so. As you can see, the campfires are working perfectly, just like they're supposed to. Like I said, Mo, he went around it, and then he went right back to center, and then bam. Another thing that I do realize is animals, like bears and pigs, because I ran a pig through this as well. The dogs and the pigs, did I say bears? I haven't tried a bear yet, but the dogs and the pigs will just keep running. So when they hit that first one, they just run and they run and they run. Like this guy right here, like, see how he's running in place? He's still being shocked. Now he's down again. So even though he was still being electrocuted, it wasn't really like stopping him in place like I was really hoping it. So the dogs probably won't end up getting caught on fire or anything like that. But when I found out you could do this, I was like beyond shocked. Like, watch that guy right there. And light him up. Whoosh, baby. It's not going to do a ton of damage, but it's going to keep him in place long enough. We got to kill that nurse before she takes that out. Ooh, doggy. See, stun locked. Their stun lock is just them running. That's all they're going to do. Spider's still getting stuck. Spider was getting stuck on the one that was right outside the door, which is great because those little punks are always getting stuck right there. Got the dog right outside the door. Down, Cujo! So the campfires are going to take a little bit of damage, but it's not like they can just sit there and slam on them. So, ooh, dog. He's still stun locked, we can't move it. Now over time, the last one that you can't reach will take enough damage to where it breaks, and hopefully, if it's not shorting out or whatever that thing is that it does, it'll still do the connection between this one and this one. It's not going to do as much damage and it's not going to hold them off as long, but it's still going to hold them off long enough where you can possibly get some shots at them. I was also trying to I was trying to mess around with doing other things, like instead of having a center one right here, I have one right there, and then I have one over there, and then I have a blade trap in the middle. But the campfires won't be able to put there unless I elevate the blade trap to their level with this, and so I can have the campfires there too, which would be ridiculous. And I don't think that would even work anyway. Zap. She's heating up. You know the rest. Shut up, lady. So yeah, if you have like a really big horde, obviously this is going to be a bit of a problem because they're just going to run over top of each other. But this one that comes down right here to you also shocks them. I didn't realize that until I was also doing some further testing. So I thought that was pretty sweet too. So like, they're sitting there being shocked, and you can just lay back here all day with your little crossbow and shoot them while they're on fire. But that's pretty much, you know... Hold on, let me shut this off. I think... So... Yep, see, still gets you. And yeah, I stayed in God mode that whole time because I didn't want to risk dying or anything. But yeah, so we come over here to our little campfires. Did they take a lot of damage? That one didn't take any. That one didn't take any. That one didn't take any. These probably did, though. It's got no damage to it. Weird. I've got a little bit. That had none, but it's all good. Oh yeah, I can't put bars across them, but you can damn sure use an electric fence. I think this is probably as far as I can go with this, but if I come up with any other tips, tricks, or anything for this one, I'll let you guys know. Again, if you have any suggestions, drop them in the comments, but that's going to do it for Weaponizing Campfires. My name is Chris for Comfy Chair Gaming. You can find me on Twitter at ComfyChairGamer, and I will see you later. See ya!